Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
Walk-off home run.
Here's a shot to the right side.
This is shaping up to be
Here's a strike right side too.
Welcome inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. The Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs will try to topple the mighty Johnson Royals on the Southeast Sports Network next. It's the Appalachian Athletic Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. We have flipped back to this side of the bracket, and we're excited to see how this shakes out. Gabriel Shry, Gary Justice here with me for all of the action between these two and what promises to be a fantastic matchup in our fifth game of day two of the tournament. AAC basketball action. Visit Kingsport hosting us. Glad to have you along for the ride. Gary, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, Jason Smith leading this Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs program, and Byron Lehan in his third season leading the Johnson Royals. Both these teams want to get it down the floor. Tennessee Wesleyan wants to play around the 70-point mark. Johnson wants to play in the 80s. Should be entertaining. Quality players both ways. Entertaining style of basketball.
Opening tip coming in just a moment. It's the Johnson Royals, who went 24-4 this season, and the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, who went 15-12, as we are underway in Kingsport between the Blues and the Powder Blues.
Yeah, Johnson has a team. They will make about 9 threes per ball game, 16 assists. They'll turn over around 15 times on average.
It's the battle of I-75 for these two, as this one clatters off, separated by about 90 minutes of Federal Highway. Running the floor is Anna Crowder. Dish to the corner, three ball on the way, and it rattles off the heel of the iron and the top of the backboard.
Still looking for that first point. It's always good to break the ice as quickly as you can.
Barragona kicked it to the corner after running the floor. Brian Lahan has taken this Johnson Royals program and completely transformed it. Barragona outside. 7 on the shot clock. 3-ball fly. Still scoreless a minute into this first period. Lahan not happy about the take. And there's a lot of coaches I have had a lot of respect for. I've met hundreds and hundreds of coaches. some of these guys and gals have changed my life forever, and Brian Lahan is certainly one of my favorites. A fantastic man, a great leader.
I tell you what, if you have a bad day around him, it's a you problem.
3-ball on the way and off the side of the backboard for the Bulldogs of Tennessee Wesleyan. It's an in-state battle, tournament time in Tennessee for the program from Athens and Knoxville. The buzzer beater makes it 2-0. Out in front, Tennessee Wesleyan takes an early lead over the number 1 team in the conference. The 5 on the floor for Tennessee Wesleyan. As Johnson can't quite respond, they'll get another chance off the glass, and the violation means they'll go to the line. The 5 on the floor for Tennessee Wesleyan right now, we've got Anna Crowder out there. Along with her is Jelia Lindsay, who's had a nice year for Tennessee Wesleyan. Courtney Farr standing down along the low block. This goes from the charity stripe. Way in the backcourt, J.C. Powell kind of hiding. And rounding out the 5 on the floor, standing there on the corner at the block is Jacqueline Stone.
Megan Billiter split the free throws there with 2-1 ball game early. Tennessee Wesleyan will run a lot of cuts off the wing, get the bucket just like downhill as quickly as possible.
Over the baseline, this one a blown tire. 1-point game, 7:52 to play in our first.
Coach Jason Smith told me yesterday, Gabe, that they get the screens up top, and they get going downhill. He feels they're as hard as anybody to guard going to the bucket.
Pitched onto the floor. Crowder from the wing lights off a 3. A big high bounce. It won't go. Regathered. Tennessee Wesleyan a second chance of the violation down inside.
Got the bump on inside. He's going to send Lindsley to the free throw line to shoot a couple of shots. Jayla Lindsay, all freshman selectee, also on the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs club. Anna Crowder, second team All AAC, all defensive team, and Jocelyn Stone, second team All AAC.
I don't want to be dramatic, but the turnaround of Johnson, the run they went on the second half of this season, incredible, insane. Let's talk about it. So they start the year.
Please be dramatic.
Well, I can be dramatic about it. It's one of the greatest closes to a season I've ever seen. It might be, at any level, the best basketball season I've seen put together. Started at Spartanburg Methodist. This one on the way won't go. Still a 2-point game, 7:20 to play in the first. Then Washington Adventist, Bernal, Kentucky Christian, Tennessee Wesleyan, Union Commonwealth. Johnson started 6-0. On the way, Royals get this to go. We're equalized, 3 apiece. Our first tie of the game with 7 to play in the first.
Nice job getting to one from baseline to baseline and got the easy bucket at the rim.
Tennessee Wesleyan back down the floor. Then Johnson dropped one in November. They lost their first game to drop to 6-1 against Montreat and the Cavs. Lost by about 8. They won 6 straight, played against Alabama Huntsville in a little scrimmage, exhibition game if you will. Bested Fisk at home, beat Bryant on the road. They dropped 3 in a row at the end of December on New Year's Eve against Bethel. Lost that by 8, lost to Milligan, lost to Reinhardt. It dropped the record to 11-4. That was on January 7th when they lost against Reinhardt at home. Johnson, they haven't lost since January 7th. You know how much stuff has happened in my life since January 7th?
And it's almost March.
I've broadcast like 40 games since January 7th. You know how insane that is?
I'm trying to soak it all in. It's just an impressive run, and he's taking this program to the next level.
They went from 11-4 to 24-4. Over a dozen games in a row.
And beating some good quality competition, too, with postseason seeding on the line with games that meant something as well.
Do you want me to list them off like it's a rap song? St. Andrews, Kentucky Christian, Truett, McConnell, Bluefield, St. Andrews, Fisk, Truett, McConnell, Reinhardt, Columbia, Montreat, Bernal, Bryan, Union Commonwealth. Insane.
That's nice.
Over a dozen straight. 24-4 before coming to the tournament. Right now trailing by 2. Royals outside near the straightaway. She'll drive from the elbow. 3 on the shot clock. Fires off the mark. Tennessee Wesleyan pulls it in vacant space. 5-3, they're in front. Off the mark, 5:45 to play in our first.
On this Johnson team as well, several people got accolades on the conference level. Jordan Hefner was first team All-AAC in defensive team. Hannah Jones, first team. Megan Billiter, freshman team as well.
Royals off and running. She's got room. Down along the mid-post, fires on the turnaround hook shot, couldn't drop it in. Sophia Singer off the mark. The response coming for TWU as Stone fires on the run. Royals to the offensive end quickly. Gardner sent it to the elbow. Now on the straightaway is Wilson. 12 points per game this season, 40% from the floor. Down low, Wilson is disrupted in motion by TWU.
Nice job of Jacelyn Stone to play defense without fouling.
Floater off the glass, remains a 2-point game. We have only seen 8 points in the first 5 minutes, and if you contrast that with some of the other women's games we've seen this weekend, we watched U-Pike almost score, they were on pace to score 104 points.
They scored 32 in one quarter in the second period.
That's bananas. Four and a half to play in our first. Fires the long ball, it's short.
That entire possession for Johnson just seemed out of kilter. They backed it out 3 times to reset. And when you back it out 3 times, it does not leave a lot of time in that shot clock. Had to throw up a last-second shot unsuccessfully.
Jacqueline Stone delivers that to the wing. One of the entry pass on the elbow, floated across back to Stone. Bulldogs of Tennessee Wesleyan, she knifes her way down inside and attacks off the glass. Going down hard in the low paint. Hopefully the Royals all right. That was Becca Gardner who came together with Stone, and Gardner goes down. Stone, a nice drive inside. She shoots 43% from the floor, almost 16 points per game this season. Very, very nice year. Usually picks up about 5 rebounds and 3 or 4 assists per game as well. Emery Barragona. 3-ball from the wing, rattles out on Johnson. Haley Brooks couldn't knock it down. Loose over the baseline. This goes back with TWU. And still we are scoreless over the last 2 minutes of play. In fact, we've only seen 2 points in the last 4 minutes of play.
Yeah, offense is lacking here early in this contest. Like 2 fighters, 2 boxers keep on trying to fill each other out. Who's going to throw the first punch?
Stone, mid-post, outside. Driving, blown tire picked up as Howard fumbled the bag. Here come the Royals of Johnson, floated out to the straightaway. Drives from there, high post, back outside of the arc. Johnson University with 3 to play in the first. Wilson back up top. Singer fires off the 3, and it comes off the heel of the iron as TWU draws the foul from Wilson.
Yeah, went for the offensive glass, and nice job boxing her out, and be called for over the back.
Back onto the floor, Stone will carry us down for the Bulldogs of Tennessee Wesleyan. On the wing, TWU kicked outside, the violation as this goes to the Royals of Johnson. Brian Lahan, center screen, head coach of Johnson University. The turnaround instant when they brought him in at the helm of the program, and I will tell you, one thing that I think has really helped him, similar to Justin Newton, I talked a lot about Justin Newton's ability to recruit. One of the best recruiters ever. Why? Because he knows more about prep basketball in the state of Tennessee than the textbook on prep basketball in the state of Tennessee. He knows every team forward, backwards. The amount of knowledge this guy has about boys and girls basketball in Tennessee, unbelievable.
And it's key, if you already have that knowledge and you have those connections, somebody can be familiar with you, then it increases that connection even quicker.
Three ball on the way. Big bounce off the iron, pulled in by Johnson. Very well respected in those circles as well, worth noting. Wilson drives down, high post, fires as she works through the paint, and TWU pulls it down.
Nice job by Ella Crowder to come in with that defensive board, limiting to one look.
Stone, backdoor feed on the baseline, blockered away. Well played by Brooks. And now taken out of the air by TWU. Off and running is Abby Barr. Brooks picked up her second block of the season right there. Only had one during the entire regular season. Abby Barr sent this back outside. Jacqueline Stone knifes her way down low, and she's blocked by Barragona. She had 6 blocks during the regular season, 27 steals. Fires from the wing, and this one rattles off for Wilson. Royals keep it, backdoor, Francis, and the violation along the baseline. Shemaya draws it.
Feeling Abby Barr be her first.
Shemaya Francis going to the line, 77% at the stripe this season. That rattles off. Sitting just behind our shooter over there, the Reinhardt Eagle, Noelle Lavery, the newcomer of the year for the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Waiting for the Reinhardt Eagles game against the Bryan Lions coming up next. That should be a barn burner. It's still 5-3. Tennessee Wesleyan over the elbow, fires off the mark. Johnson gets it. We're here at Hunter Wright Stadium where it's 5-3. Oh, sorry, this is basketball. 2-point game, 1:29 to play in the first period. Seriously, I feel like we're watching Johnson and Tennessee Wesleyan play baseball right now.
I tell you, if you like defense and rebounding, this is your ball game here.
Scrappy, physical game. Right now, Johnson on pace to score just over. Hang on. Drive inside. There it is! 5 points up on the board. I can't believe it. We're tied for the second time at 5. 10 points scored now in the first period.
Kyra got all the way to the bucket and she was able to finish at the rim but through a lot of contact.
That's our first points since the 6-minute mark. This goes automatic. And our first lead change of the day.
J.C. Powell returned to lineup for the Bulldogs. She'll place Barr.
Back underway. Down low and disrupted by Johnson. Ball will stay with Tennessee Wesleyan's Bulldogs. 19-3 in conference. Johnson finished tied for first place. Sent onto the floor by Tennessee Wesleyan out front now. Mid-post, back out front. Pickpocketed, stolen, free and running. Kira. Down low, mid-post, took a step. Shemaya turns that back over. 52 seconds to play in the first.
Yeah, nice job by the post player. Francis running the floor hard for Johnson. Gave her to it in the paint, and she had to shuffle her feet, try to get around the defender. Steps were called. Turnover.
Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs left off. Drives down to the baseline and the violation low post. 43 seconds to play in the first period. 11 points scored. That means we are on pace to score a combined whopping 44 between these two programs.
That bump's going to be called Haley Brooks will be her first.
No. Pace remains 44 points in this game. Anna Crowder shot 75% at the line this season. Yes, she got it. And we're tied for the third time at 6. Each team on pace to score 24 points in the game. Shot clock separated from game clock by about 15 seconds. Backdoor Johnson blockered away. Tennessee Wesleyan. Royals regather down low, fighting on the baseline, off the mark. Shot clock is off. Tennessee Wesleyan with the ball. 6 apiece, tied for the third time.
I would give it number 1 here in blue and set her a screen and see if she can get it going downhill.
Tennessee Wesleyan averaged 66 points per game, 10th in the league. From the corner, 3-ball rattles and goes. It's 9-6. Tennessee Wesleyan out in front as our first period is in the books in Kingsport, Tennessee, in what is shaping up to be a defensive struggle between the Bulldogs and Royals. In Kingsport for the Appalachian Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament, Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice. We saw an electric combined 15 points in our first period between Tennessee Wesleyan and Johnson.
And old-fashioned slugfest through 1. Both teams looking to get started.
Quick shot off the mark. TWU turns this over. I mentioned their average before the break.
Both teams are well below their average.
No kidding. TWU. Fires no. Bulldogs successfully defend their end of the floor. Stone tossed it. Crowder back outside. Bulldogs from the straightaway wants all 3, and it's off the mark. Regathered. Tennessee Wesleyan another chance. Straightaway. Crowder defended. Barragona forced her to pass it away, and the 3 off the mark again is Johnson. A defensive showdown underway. Barragona. Best Crowder fires off the glass. Too much. Put back. No. Rattles off the heel of the iron. Anna Crowder will run the floor. It's still 9-6. And that was our score at the end of 1. Already a minute gone in this second period. Fires, and the violation in the lane. Good drive, able to draw the foul. Jelia Lindsay forces contact.
Yeah, American Builder is going to be called for the bump. Her first, team's first in the second period. Check that, that's Builder's second.
No. So Johnson is 2 of 21 from the floor. That's 9%. Tennessee Wesleyan is 2 of 18. That's 11%. No.
There's room for improvement.
Well, there might be. Running the floor, Johnson Royals. What is going on? Can we turn a fan on or something? Is the air stagnant in here? Crowder gets the rebound as we miss another shot.
Well, maybe somebody needs to close the door.
I've never seen this. Well, close that front door. Back outside on the wing. What's insane is usually these two teams shoot the lights out. 3-ball rattles out.
Truly, we've been looking forward to this game all day long
because
of the offensive firepower.
I thought it'd be 35-35 at this point in the game. Royals down to the elbow, spins through mid-post, low post, violation down on the baseline.
He'll get Stone on the hold. It'll be her first, team second. This one's in Gardner to the line to shoot 2. This will be her first trip.
No.
It is field goals. It is free throws.
Yes. Becca Gardner, 78% at the line this season, goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Crowder, the entry pass. Bates, the handoff to Stone. Spin move, low post off the glass, no.
Nice job of Singer to come in and get a defensive board. Now they're going to push off the miss. See if they can create some buckets out of transition, and Singer's in the call for the steps.
Gardner's point was our first point of the second period, where it's 9-7.
And Julia Howard will check in. Sierra Bates will check out for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs this season averaging 66 points per game. Balanced scoring attack, 40%. Field goal percentage, 29.2% from three-point line. 67% at the charity stripe. They're tough, they're disciplined, and they can slow down high-powered offenses. And I don't think I have to convince you of that with a stat.
Haley Brooks is going to be called for the bump. That's her second here in the first half.
Stone back underway, working with it, Lindsay. Jalaya out to the straightaway, left off. Powell will try the far side from the wing. Jalaya back to the straightaway. Crowder knifes her way down across the elbow. Jacqueline Stone didn't like it. Anna Crowder and the whistle. This is going the other way with 3 minutes gone in our second, into the hands of the Johnson Royals. Johnson Royals, regular season co-champions, 19-3 in conference, 24 wins, and I cannot stop talking about over a dozen wins in a row to close the regular season. One of the most balanced teams in the entire league in the nation, 76 points per game, 41% from the field. Dangerous from beyond the arc, 246 threes this season, 32% from there. They love to spread the floor. And they score their 9th point of the game to tie us. And that's our 4th tie.
Paragona with the bucket. See if we get things going. Now we're getting a little flow to the offense.
Oh, it's 11-9. We're scoring. Heating up.
See if they can start stacking some buckets together. Both teams trying to play a little looser. Ball going through the bucket.
Gardner averages 8 per game as this one is called off by Shalaya Francis.
Got the basketball, had a spin move going to the right, just shuffled the feet too much for the officials' liking. Turnover charge to the Royals.
Back to the other end of the floor. Working on offense, Tennessee Wesleyan out towards the elbow, straight away for Crowder. Defended by Baragona, and as she goes back outside, turned over in a 2-point game to Johnson.
Yeah, the teams will trade traveling violations. Baragona, an all-freshman AAC selection this year for the Johnson Royals, are running the offense, zone defense. They'll transition back into man-to-man for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Long ball on the way, and she buries it. Emily Wilson hits that one from Athens, Tennessee. Look out.
That's her first bucket of the afternoon. That's a big one.
12-11, and that is our second lead change. Five and a half to play in the first half. 1-point game. Royals off and running after the turnover. Back to Wilson, who just hit the long ball. She's on the wing. Defended by Hefner. Floats it back across. 3-ball on the way, and this one a big high bounce off the heel of the iron for Sophia.
Julia Howard crashing in, get the defensive rebound for the Bulldogs, and they're going to push. See if they can get things going on the offensive end. Get a little screen action, get downhill. See if we get an easy bucket.
Response from TWU makes it a 1-point game, 13-12 with 5 to go in our first half, and it also means it's our third lead change. Royals working on O. Becca Gardner along the post, fires from low range, and Shemaiah Francis fouled intentionally. So I talked during our last game about the sophomore forward from Cleveland, Tennessee, out of Bradley Central High School, Hannah Jones. Shemaiah Francis, also a product of Bradley Central High School. One of the finest prep basketball programs in the nation, certainly in the state of Tennessee. Bradley Central has been dominant at that level. Cleveland, Tennessee, not a fun spot to visit. Yes.
Even at 13. See what teams can do to start building a little momentum each way.
No on the second.
And the coaches are going to look at the defensive stats at halftime. They're going to be pleased with their defense. They're going to cry when they see their offensive statistics.
Cry is right. I think I'm crying. Down inside, TWU the violation.
I think I'd do that more often this first half with Anna Crowder. Get her the basketball, hit her a screen, let her get to the bucket if you can. She's 1 of 2 on the afternoon. That's allowed a couple of subs come in for Tennessee Wesleyan. Sierra Bates will return to the lineup. And Alexis Bates as well.
Wilson 88% at the line this season. Averages 12 points per game. This rattles off, so she's now 0 for 1 at the line today. She'll shoot a second. I think they forgot.
Yeah, Anna Crowder had her to remind her, say, hey, this is a 2-shot violation versus an and 1.
Tennessee Wesleyan 18.2% from the floor. Johnson 15.4. 4 of 22 and 4 of 26 respectively.
Yeah, at halftime the coaches made to show the defensive statistics and, hey, let's go get them in the second half.
I think they're just going to shoot around.
So Crowder's up to 4 points on the afternoon, along with 4 rebounds.
Bulldogs keep Johnson from taking the lead back. We've been tied 5 times. They snap it and stay on top, 14-13, 4 minutes to play in our first half. Crowder to the wing and Stone. Jacqueline knifes her way across the elbow. Down low post, fires as the violation is called. They'll say it's a travel. Wave those points off for Stone and the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. I feel you, Jacqueline.
Shyla Wally will check back in for the Royals, replacing Singer.
To the elbow. Emily Wilson along the block, down to the baseline, rattles, rolls, and falls off in a 1-point game. Couldn't get it to go. Wilson this season 88% at the line. Yes. 1 for 1 on the day.
The next 3:44 is going to be important. Opportunity to build some momentum, see if they can string some stops, try to get some momentum. And how do you get that momentum? I wonder if maybe you start changing things up, Gabe. If you have a full-court press, got some type of zone, try to create some easy buckets.
Long ball on the way for Tennessee Wesleyan's Bulldogs. Now running the floor, Johnson. Long outlet feed, Shemaiah Francis. Tipped, intercepted, stolen inside. Stone touched it over the top, and it was grabbed by Sierra Bates. Crowder, Stone, across the arc to Lindsay, back out front. She's got Jacqueline Stone. Spin move, mid-post, didn't like it. 3-ball on the way from the wing and couldn't knock it down. Scramble for the ball as we're tied at 14, and Tennessee Wesleyan breaks the 6th tie of the game to be out in front by 2 with 3 to play in our first half, 16-14.
Nice job getting the offensive rebound, creating another opportunity during that possession to score a bucket, and they took advantage. Now leading this one 16-14. Illegal screen will be called. Shyla Wally will be her first. Now Abby Barr to check back in.
Bates comes off of the floor for Barr. Jacqueline Stone getting to work along with Anna Crowder. Scratch that. That was Lindsay that came out of the game. Barr from the straightaway. Down inside by Bates, and Anna gets it to go, but the whistle right before she fires the shot. 2:37 on the clock.
You can see Coach Jason Smith for Tennessee Wesleyan running so many plays. He definitely calls it the green zone.
Can you imagine how frustrated these head coaches are?
That's what
I know.
I'm noticing that Coach Smith, he's trying to run more things to try and get layups at the bucket because he knows the outside shot's not going. And if you get a layup at the bucket, if you miss it, you at least have people there to maybe get an offensive rebound. The last 4 possessions, it's been things going to the basket.
No.
But they have to be frustrated. I mean, the free throws are not falling, jump shots are not falling. It's just like literally, is it a regulation basketball?
Tennessee Wesleyan's 5 of 25 from the floor. That's 20%. They're 5 of 11 at the stripe. Yes, they get one back. Now 50% at the line. Johnson is 4 of 27 from the floor, 5 of 11 at the line.
Tally Lawson just returned the lineup for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. And an opportunity for somebody to create some momentum going into halftime, but neither team wants to grab a hold of this game.
3-point game, 2.5 to go in the first half. From the corner, 3-ball on the way for Johnson. They couldn't equalize. Kept alive. Johnson University out to the wing. Wants to pull up the 3-ball. Dribbles sideways. Emily Barragona leaves it off for Kira. She's heavily defended, trying to beat the Bulldog. Passed away from Lawson. In the corner, down low, mid-post, drives to the baseline, and the violation with 2 minutes to play in our first.
Yeah, nice move, got the basketball in the middle of the paint. Made a nice quick move to the left. Unable to get to go, but she had an opportunity to go to the line for 2 shots.
Shiloh Whaley, very limited trips to the line this season, 75% in those. No. Johnson 5 of 12 at the stripe today. Yes.
So Lindsay will check back in. Bates will check back out. If you had told me with 2 minutes to go in the first half, the score would be 17-15, I thought you'd be talking about individual player scores.
I feel like I'm calling a football game. On the elbow, Bates. Off the glass, no. Sierra fights for it, couldn't get it. Barragona comes down to the ball, running the floor. She's got pace. Here come the Powder Blues. Back outside. Long ball on the way. Clatters off of the iron. Fighting for it. Crowder running for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. 90 seconds in the first half in a 2-point game. TWU down inside. The Athens, Tennessee program off the mark. Scooped up. Barragona will take her time and slow things for the Powder Blues.
They're trying to even things up at 17 in the first half.
This is Emily, pitched outside. 3-ball from the straightaway, clattered off the heel of the iron. Gathered by Kira, sent to the corner, on the way again. The rangy shot is regathered by Barragona. Emery, sent out front. Wilson knifes her way down onto the wing and stops. Crowder heavily defending her inside of 1 minute. 10 on the shot clock, violation called for by our referee.
They're going to get Anna Crowder on the push. That'll be her second foul. I didn't see a whole lot of action there. Evidently the official, Anna must have pushed off.
Wilson 88% at the line this season, so this is a much welcome opportunity. Wilson 1 for 2 at the stripe today. She's got 4 points. It'll stay 4.
You got quality shooters missing free throws.
That's what I'm saying. These are 88% for an entire season. 17-16, 1-point game.
Is the basketball regulation, does it need air? Does it need some air taken out of it?
100%. I really think I'm not even kidding. It's not even funny. Something's going on.
Because both teams are struggling so bad.
Those 2 great teams. I don't understand. Jacqueline Stone knifes her way inside. Big collision as she goes down hard. Looks to be all right. Stone to the line in a 1-point game. Tennessee Wesleyan hanging on to that lead. The lead has changed 3 different times in this first half, and we've been tied 6 different times.
On Kyra Bunton, her first.
Twine Russell, 18-16. 2-point advantage for TWU. Bulldogs to push it to 3, no. 40 seconds in the first half. 10 seconds separate the game and shot clock. Emery, left off for Kira. Over the straightaway, she dips it to the wing. Baragona looking inside, defended way out on the arc by Tally Lawson. Straight away and Emily Wilson. 9 on the shot clock. Wilson pulls up, this one short. Snagged out of the air by Jalaya. Lindsay free and running from along the baseline, misses. Regathered, Bulldogs overfired. Taken down by Johnson. Royals to Wilson. 4 in the first half. Long outlet feed. Kira down inside in the paint. Violation. Whistle sounds. Collision in the low paint. 0.7 of a second on the clock.
Jacqueline Stone showed why she's one of the reasons why she's a second team All AAC member. Stood in and took the charge. I know you're coming.
Stone's on business to end that first half. An exciting end of the first half. Gary Justice, what do you tell your team in the locker room?
Forget the first half. Let's regroup and start fresh.
Guys, I actually just deleted the SD card of the film from the first half. Let's go shoot around, and we'll get into the second half in a moment. 18-16 after one half of play in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
A builder.
I coach,
Culinary arts.
Auditor.
A firefighter.
for anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official,
just go for it.
Take the plunge. Open the door.
say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyes2officiating.com.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
In Kingsport after the half, it is a close game, low scoring total, 18-16. Just out in front, TWU's Bulldogs. Gabriel Fry, Gary Justice, welcome back. It's the Appalachian Athletic Conference Championship live on the Southeast Sports Network. Gary, what's the message at the half for these two programs?
We mentioned that going into the halftime, forget the first half. Truly, what I'm talking about there is you can't remember those missed shots in the first half where the basketball bounced around the rim, went out. Come in, yeah, they have a game plan. Both these teams score at a very high level all season long. Just trust your game plan. Go trust your ability. Run your sets, get going downhill, find some open shooters, and just play the game of basketball. But burn the film from first half.
We'll see if they've forgotten the first half as we're about to get back underway from Kingsport, Tennessee, between these two. Glad you're along for the ride.
Was Johnson a little late to the party in the second half, and everybody just not getting out of the locker room.
Back underway. Johnson, Royals, Wilson.
It's going to be key to see the first shot go down if you can. Get to the bucket. Good drive. That's exactly what I would do. To get something where you have a high percentage of making that shot. The quicker you can make a shot in the second half, the first half thoughts go away. The longer you go with a zero here in the second half, you keep on remembering that first half.
Shot clock winding, pitch to the wing. Royals out front. Floater, and this one off the mark, and she goes down hard.
Hope she's okay. Look, she pops right back up. You're going to get a Singer from going over the back. Actually, they're going to just say shot clock violation, no foul. Tennessee Wesleyan bringing the basketball down the floor. It's Crowder for Lindsay. Stone back up top. Got 14 on a shot clock. Crowder got the basketball, working off a couple screens. It'll be an illegal screen called. Jayla Lindsay will be called for her second personal foul. Team's first here in the third period. Baragona will bring the basketball across the floor for the Johnson Royals. Nice handoff, getting to the bucket. Closing in on 20 on the shot clock. Good interior pass here now, Singer back to Baragona. One-on-one action, got to the bucket, unable to get a go. Singer battles for the offensive rebound, then Stone will come in and knock it away. Only 5 on the shot clock. They're going to reset it to 7. .8:47 to play in the third. Still looking for their first points here in the third period. Short shot clock. Shot clock does not start. Coach Lehan had a hard time understanding, so we only had 7 seconds. We're dribbling that basketball around. This confusion around the shot clock didn't start. Now ready to go with 3 on the shot clock. Quick release, shot up, shot will not go. Stone comes away at the defensive board. She's going to push. It's always a bucket, pump fake, stops, pops. Won't get it to go. Singer comes over the defensive board. She's going to push now. Pass ahead. The lefty holds the release. Won't get it to go. Crowder will come with the defensive board. Powell has the basketball, swings over the Stone. Second team all AAC. Offensive foul. We caught on Julia Howard for the bump. Be her second personal foul, second team foul. So we're still scoreless here in the third period. Aragona up top, goes to Wilson. Her shot's up, will not go. And Julia Howard will come away with it, hand over to Stone. Man-to-man defense from Royals. Stone gets all the way to the bucket. Will cannot get to go. Singer comes away with the defensive board. She's going to push. Wilson the pass ahead. Stops, pops, rattles around, comes out, battle for it. That'll be Tennessee Wesleyan basketball. Becca Gardner on that three-point miss. Good look from the right wing. He just couldn't get it to go. Lindsay will feed Howard. Right over to Stone, 20 on the shot clock. Crowder up top, looking for Howard, guarded by Singer. Crowder's got the basketball, gets all the way to the bucket, stops, pops, shots up and good. Anna Crowder with the basket. It's their first 2 points here in the third period as Anna Crowder gets us going here in the third. Aragona has the basketball, finds Wilson. She stops, pops, won't go as well. Singer and Howard battle for the defensive board. Stone will come away with it for Tennessee Wesleyan. And she's going to be called for the offensive foul. That'll be her second personal. That'll be the third on the team here in the third period. So we play.
I thought that was a good call.
A little bench warning call to charge to Coach Jason Smith from Tennessee Wesleyan. Only 2 points scored so far here, Gabe. Played over 3 minutes in the third period.
Off the mark. Pretty quiet. Three points since the half.
Anna Crowder jumpers. All things we have so far.
Crowder left it off. Knifing her way down inside. This is off the mark as Johnson's Wilson gathers it up. She'll run the floor through midcourt. Emily knifes her way over the elbow. Fires on the run. Can't knock it down. TWU Bulldogs. Crowder pulls that in. She'll run the floor. 6 to play in our third. From the wing to the other. Back to the straightaway. It's Crowder. Defended by Barragona. Jacqueline Stone nearly stripped away. Hangs onto it in the face of the Royal. Johnson back in her defensive shell. Flipped out to the wing. Wants to drive. Fires from just beyond the block. Down low off the mark and regathered by Singer. Running the floor, pitch to the corner, and the violation right away.
Got subs both ways as both coaches, Leon and also Coach Smith, just try and push any button they can, Gabe, to see if they can get offensive momentum. Getting only one bucket since halftime. It was 18-16 at halftime. It is 20-16 now.
I'm actually floored. I was so excited for this game. Bar off the mark. Not that it's not exciting. It's just I thought it would be a shootout. Down the sideline. From the wing, entry pass intercepted by Jacqueline Stone. Stone picks up the steal. She'll run the floor with pace for Tennessee Wesleyan's Bulldogs. Wing three on the way. Short for Crowder. Regathered. Stone got that steal. She had 50 during the regular season, so no shock there. Knifing her way inside, through the paint, this is off the mark. It remains a 4-point game with 5 to play in the third. 5 minutes gone in the second half, 3 points scored. Down inside, off the mark. Violation will send him inside.
Bill Happy Bar will be her second. Team's fourth. Plow Sierra Bates to check back in. She'll check in for Julia Howard. Now it's the fourth foul called on Tennessee Wesleyan here in the third period. So for the final 4:48, the Johnson Royals will be shooting free throws on every foul.
No. This season, 95% at the line. Not today. Yes, she gets one. It's a three-point game again with 4:48 to play in the third. On the straightaway, entry pass to Barr, tipped and goes over the baseline.
Button was going to be called for the push. Allow Tally Lawson to check back in. Lindsay will check out.
Total points scored in our second half, 4 in 5.5 minutes.
Emily Wilson will check back in. Kyra Button will check out.
Floated onto the floor. Tried to finesse that outside, and this one a violation, Abby Barr.
Trinity Whaley will be called for the bump. Allow Singer to check back in for the Johnson Royals. That will be the second team foul called against the Royals here in the third period.
Down inside, Tennessee, too much. Crowder couldn't hit it. Wilson floats it over. Running the floor is Barragona. Emery kicked it to the corner. Johnson Royals, entry pass, low block, backdoor, big collision. This one loose on the baseline. Scrambling for the ball. It's pitched out to the elbow. Singer, Barragona, Emery fires from three-point land. It's wide. Still just 4 points scored in the last 6 minutes of this second half. This is the ultimate defensive struggle. This is memorable. Backdoor. Ow, she got it! It rattled all around and goes.
Sierra Bates on the roll to the bucket. She got the basketball and laid it high off the glass with a little bit of a touch. Takes a couple bounces, falls through the bucket, and she'll have an opportunity to complete the and one.
No. And this one goes. 24-17 with 3:40 to play in the third.
Back-to-back bucket. The unusual 4-point trip.
8 points scored now in the third quarter. A scoring explosion. 3-point ball on the way. It's wide. 3:30 to go. And it's the largest lead of the game by a long shot. 7-point advantage for Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, which mathematically is insurmountable based on the current rate of production. That's not even a joke.
That's only 4. I'm sorry. Next foul both ways.
That foul is on Trinity Whaley. It'll be her second. That's the fourth.
Referee thought it was the fifth?
They thought it was the fifth. So both teams have been whistled for 4 fouls here in the third.
On the straightaway, Crowder knifes her way to the elbow, reverses Fields, Bates back to Crowder, Anna wants to pull, Barragona fended her off, Jacqueline Stone behind the back off the glass, no! Regathered, Bates loses it, and this one skeeters off of the floor.
Bates unable to control off the miss. Possession back to the Johnson Royals.
Out to the straightaway. Royals, Emily Wilson. Battles to the elbow, spin move, low paint, yes, off the glass.
Such a nice move, got all the way to the bucket. Very patient with her offensive move. Spun to the right, used the basketball, kissed it off the glass.
2:40 to play, 5-point game in Kingsport. By far the lowest scoring output of the season so far coming for these two programs. Ball's loose, skeetering over to the baseline, picked up. Stone takes it from Bates. From the elbow, she goes outside. Barr, Crowder, straightaway. Three goes! 27-19.
Anna Crowder has 9 points. That's her first made three. The gym has a little energy now.
Now the largest lead of the game, 8. To respond, Johnson. Straight away, it's Emily Wilson. The Royals need a scoring explosion. Down low and packed.
That's going to be on Tally Lawson. It'll be her third. Team's 5th. Send Wilson to the line to shoot 2.
So 12 total minutes left to play. The Royals are on pace to score 12 more points. They have to increase their scoring output if they want to come back, trailing by 8, 27-19. We've seen 6 ties, 3 lead changes. No ties or lead changes in the second half. Tennessee Wesleyan has been in the driver's seat for the last 7 minutes, 8 minutes. This goes as well. They get 2 back, 6-point game, 27-21.
A little token full court pressure coming up from the Royals.
Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs to the elbow. Bates, one of the entry pass floated to the winger. TWU, baseline, off the glass, rattles, goes! Tennessee Wesleyan with 90 seconds to play leads 29-21 in this third quarter.
Nice job finding the cutter to the basket.
Down inside, Wilson off the mark, pulled in by Crowder. Anna off of the rebound, running the floor, being harassed by Barragona, nearly stolen. Emery created the confusion and a jump ball. So Crowder will inbound from in front of the scorer's table. Floated across.
Barragona, all freshman team member, playing some good defense here in the third period.
Lindsay out front to Crowder. Anna fights her way inside and picks up the violation.
Yeah, Barragona will be called whistle for her second. Emily's got 2 points, she's got 10 rebounds today. Gardner will check back in. Trinity, Wally will check out.
Can't extend the lead. Remains an 8-point game, 65 seconds to play in the third.
75% on the season. She's 2 of 5 from the free throw line today.
No, misses both on this trip. The Royals pitch it onto the boardwalk, and they will work the orange down the floor. Wilson pulls up from the wing, wide open, and she can't hit it. Less than 50 seconds to play in the third in an 8-point game, 29-21, straight away. Knifes her way over the arc, steps back, Wilson battling with Crowder. Kicked it outside, and this one, the mid-range, won't go as Tennessee Wesleyan pulls it in on the run, Alexis Bates.
They can hope for the final shot here. The play clock and the shot clock is almost identical. See if number one, let's see, I'd keep it in number one's hands, see if she can get going downhill.
Right by the timeline, it's Anna Crowder, knifes her way back through the front court, over the arc, stops on the elbow, heavily defended. Low post, fires from the baseline off the mark. 3 seconds in the period, shoots again, this off the mark, and that will carry us into our final period in a 4-point game, 29-21. Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs lead the Johnson Royals. In Kingsport, it's an 8-point game as we enter the final period between the Royals and the Bulldogs. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice alongside me. Glad you're with us on the Southeast Sports Network for the Appalachian Athletic Conference Basketball Championships. Singer along the baseline, mid-post, turns around, tries to fire, it's lost. Picked up by TWU. It's Grace Phillips, or Powell rather, that scooped that up. Stone outside, 3 ball on the way. This one clatters off the front of the iron. TWU will keep it in the corner. Powell, who got us started on this trip down the floor, way back out to the front court where it's Anna Crowder. Crowder fights her way into the paint, left off. This one a shot off the glass. It rattles off as well as Singer pulls it down. We've scored less. We're at 50 combined points.
In the fourth period.
No. Baseline at Stone. I've never seen anything like it. Long ball over the top.
On average, these teams score about 160 points per ball game. If you do their season averages, 100, and this will only have 50.
Stone, elbow it goes, 31-21, the 10-point advantage, the largest of the game for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Give her 5.
That's the largest of the game for either program.
Shots up and good. Gardner finally finds the bottom of the bucket for the Royals. He needed points quickly here too, Gabe. You would think 8-point lead, 8 minutes to play, but
this rolls off the side, 8-point game, 8 minutes to play. Singer, long feed down the floor, went to the baseline. Johnson way out front, it's Wilson from the front court on the straightaway. Defended by Powell, knifes her way inside, floater off the mark. TWU hooks it in, it's Jalaya. Stone across, back to her, Jacqueline gets it. Low paint, spins off the glass, rattles and goes. 33-23, the 10-point advantage is back.
The little Rajon Rondo move, show the basketball and spin the other way, lay it off the glass.
I think that's a deep cut now. I think a Rajon Rondo reference is a deep cut now. I like it, I'm here for it. 10-point game, Johnson can't cut into the lead as it rolls off the side on a good look from Megan Biltier.
I'm telling you, she's getting good looks at the rim. The Royals, the ball will not go through.
Stone handed it off. Powell back to Crowder. And they'll try the far side. Howard to Lindsay, back to Stone. 7 to play. Jacqueline double teamed inside off the glass. Yes, a little kiss, and it's a 12-point advantage with 7 to play.
Give her 9 points on the afternoon.
This is a game that was tied 6 different times. Royals, no.
So Brooks, Bunton, and Hefner will check back in.
Absolutely wild. So Johnson this season, let's just look at their last couple, like their dozen games. 87 points, 84, 71, 91, 71, 69, 72, 64 against Reinhardt, 83, 98, 94, 80, 60. 23 with 6 to play. What in the world? Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs.
And the University of Pikeville scored 32 in 1 quarter earlier today.
I know. Wing, it rattles out off the bank shot. Couldn't get it to go as Powell. Let's just take a look at the last dozen or so now for Tennessee Wesleyan. Royals on the elbow, want to go down low, it's Singer. She'll fire the shot from the baseline, it rolls off the front. Battle for it as it travels off of the floor. Taking a look back, we'll start on January 18th at Pikeville. 59, which is pretty low for them. 74, 69, 62, 73, 66, 65, 60, 67, 70, 83, 66, 58.
The lowest is 58.
35. 5 minutes to play. I should be more specific, 5:50 to play. Down low, violated.
We're going to get Julia Howard on the bump. Be her third, team's first. Singer will go to the line to shoot 2. Her first trip of the afternoon. The graduate student, Gabe, shoots it at a 61% clip on the season.
They probably need those. Yes. 11-point game.
Yeah, they need all the momentum they can get right now.
To cut it back to 10. Yes, perfect to the line on this trip. 6 minutes to play, 5:52 on the clock as Stone will run the floor.
Has 4 points for Singer on the afternoon. She also had 9 rebounds.
Elbow, wing, Powell to Stone. Jacqueline running the point. Drives her way along the block, wide open on the wing. This one knocked down. She hits it from downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. Hello, Rocky Top. It's 38-25.
Give her 8. That leads back to the 13, and this Tennessee Wesleyan is starting to flow a little bit offensively in the fourth.
Johnson responds immediately. 11-point game, 38-27. She gets a nice bucket down inside. Here come the Royals. Jacqueline outside at mid-range. 3-ball on the way. This one is knifed home as well. 41-27, a dagger ball with 5 exactly to play in Kingsport.
Give her a double-double on the afternoon.
3-ball on the way for Johnson. Skeeters over the baseline. Now what's wild is Johnson is one of the few teams who is more than capable of exploding and covering this ground with no problem over the next 5 minutes, but just unable to find the bottom of the twine.
When you played 35 minutes and you scored 27 points.
They just have to find some way to get the lid off. Tennessee Wesleyan is threatening to coast to an easy finish. Jacqueline Stone.
Easy finish and only scoring in the 40s.
Down low, outside, 3-ball on the way. It's wide, clattered off the front of the iron. Running the floor quickly. Johnson Royals down inside. Blockered away, ball's loose, scooped up by Jacqueline. She hands it to Crowder. Anna pitches this across the floor, and the violation.
Will be on Singer. We heard second. Trinity Wally will check back in.
Getting another change as well.
.419 to play, 14-point deficit. Have to create some easy buckets somehow, some way. It could be a trap, half court, 3/4 court, something. Apply more pressure.
They cannot allow a bucket here. A 3-ball would be devastating. Picked up from vacant space, intercepted inside by the Royals. 4 to play. Here comes Johnson. To keep it interesting, Jordan Hefner. Jordan knifes her way inside, off the glass, no. Missed the mark, regathered by Madison King, sent outside to the arc. Kira across, 3-ball on the way from the wing, short for Hefner. Taken in by Jacqueline Stone, who will run the floor. Pushing the tempo, this one off the glass, and a little kiss means it's 43-27. Cooking with gas down the stretch.
And Coach Lehan was talking about really needing to stop the basketball when possible.
Brian's roster and starters should be able to. They need to bring it down there.
Okay, someone just, I'm doing a thing. We're calling a game, man. 43-27, 3 minutes to play. Hefner down the floor, knifes her way into the paint, and the violation as she tries to go inside.
It's going to be on Anna Crowder, her second. Check at third.
Tennessee Wesleyan sends the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter on a 16-6 run. No.
The shooting numbers are Johnson is 7 of 62.
Never seen anything like it.
Wesleyan 16 of 58.
This might be the most bizarre basketball game I've ever called.
A team, again, these two teams combined average about 160 points per ball game.
Crowder knifes her way down to the elbow. Violation called for immediately. Timeout on the floor, 43-28, 2:53 to go from Kingsport, Tennessee. (43-28). Welcome back to Kingsport, where Gary Justice and I are bewildered, confused, and maybe even a little scared. Lowest shooting percentage I can remember in any game ever of basketball, prep, college, pro, you name it. That I've covered anyhow. I've seen abysmal stuff on the internet.
Johnson is 7 of, and again, this is a team who averaged 76 points per ball game. They're the number 2 seed in the AAC tournament. They're 7 of 62 from the floor, 11%. They've hit one of 24 three-point attempts on the afternoon.
The winner of this game will go on to play the winner of the Lions and Eagles tomorrow in the semifinal. Down inside, battle for it on the baseline as this is off of the floor.
Even though Coach Jason Smith is probably not going to be satisfied with his offensive output from Tennessee Wesleyan, but now he's going to coach this to win the ball game. Truly, you get into postseason basketball, it is truly survive and advance. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just score more points than your opponent.
2.5 to play, violation out on the line.
Yeah, Barragona is going to be called for the bump. Be her 4th. The freshman has 10 rebounds on the afternoon. That was the team's 4th, so they'll be shooting free throws here on out. That's probably what they're trying to set up now, see if they can win it from the free throw line.
Crowder on the wing, across. Got it away from Barragona. Being harassed, entry feed, Bates outside, 3-ball on the way, and Abby Barr, number 3, goes for 3. Response, yes, the rangy shot buried for the Johnson Royals. It's Becca Gardner.
2 of 25 on the afternoon.
Wild down the back stretch. To the line is going to be Jacqueline Stone.
1 of 2 on the afternoon.
Off the mark.
Stone 76% from the season from the free throw line, and she's 1 of 3.
This one goes.
Wilson will return. Madison King will check out.
16-point game as it's floated out on the floor. Royals running the action, pitched up into the air, taken by Tennessee Wesleyan. Put away bucket coming. And Anna Crowder blows a tire as she crosses through midcourt right in front of her own bench. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here because we have some housekeeping to do. We went over the bracket already, but just want to remind you to be sure to follow along, get connected with not only the Southeast Sports Network, but also our friends from Visit Kingsport on social media. Discover all of the excellent things to do in Kingsport, Tennessee. Water parks, concerts, shopping, food, venues, golf, hiking, you name it, they've got it at Visit Kingsport on social media, visitkingsport.com, and you can find us, SCSN Sports, on your favorite platform, SCSNsports.com.
The only thing you left out in Kingsport, Tennessee is some extremely nice people as well.
No kidding.
Really good. Very welcoming city where you come in. They love for visitors to come in and see what they have to offer here in East Tennessee.
Couldn't be a bigger fan. Back underway in the final stages.
Gardner's will be called for the bump. Will be her second. And Jacqueline Stone to the line to shoot 2. 2 of 4 on the afternoon.
Rattles all around and goes.
Tennessee Wesleyan scored 30 here in the second half.
Yes. On the way to the other end of the floor. Wanted the straightaway, Johnson Royals. 3 ball, straightaway, bank shots wide, put back, no. Battle for it on the baseline, jump ball.
And it'll go back over to Tennessee Wesleyan. So currently right now, the Johnson Royals scored 16 in the first half, 15 here in the second half.
Coming down the floor is Jacqueline Stone through midcourt. Stone defended on the wing, pitches this over the top to Abby Barr from the baseline, outside, driving across Tennessee Wesleyan. They're just killing clock with a quarter minute to go. Congratulations to the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. They win, they beat the Union Bulldogs. They slide through into this round and now pushing their way through to the semifinals with yet another put-away bucket on top of the scoring total.
This is something to kind of give you the situation with Johnson. They only have 8 field goals on the afternoon. During the season, they averaged 27 made field goals per game, including 9 threes. Well, they've got 8 made buckets today, and they've got 2 made threes. Again, very uncharacteristic of the Johnson Royals this afternoon.
Johnson Royals just could not keep up, and for the second year in a row, they're going to take an early exit from the AAC Championship, the basketball tournament. But what an unbelievable regular season, and the foundation they built, they are going to be impossible to stop in 1 or 2 more years.
So they're the number 2 seed in the AAC regular season. They finished number 2. So if Milligan should go on and win the postseason tournament, Johnson would receive the other automatic bid on the women's side. So their postseason dreams are not quite dead, even though they may come up short today.
17-point game, floater rolls and goes to the Royals.
Kyra got all the way to the bucket and got the friendly roll this time with under a minute to play in the fourth quarter.
Cuts it to 18, 51-33, and obviously still holding on to some hope. You can hear him cheering. And 1 from the line to try and cut things to 17. Really nice campaign and season. Very excited for what that program is building and excited to see TWU to keep their run going.
It's always fun to watch postseason basketball and people competing at a high level.
From play-in game to second to final day. They'll play tomorrow.
I truly love NAIA basketball. These young men and young women, they compete truly for the name on the front of the jersey. A lot of situations, they don't have the NIL or the TV deals at the Division I level. Truly love NAIA, I love the AAC as well.
Big fan. You know, I've been pushing that for a while. I really think that the league is missing an opportunity to say, hey, we are not that. We are not semi-pro sports. This is college sports. These are scrappy young men and women who are getting a degree, who want to play and have fun. As this one goes for Johnson, they get another back.
They want to have fun. They want to compete. They want to do well, making those lifetime memories.
Caraway stolen at midcourt. 17 seconds, Tennessee Wesleyan. That'll do it. TWU Bulldogs advance and will play tomorrow against the winner of Reinhardt and Bryan. The Lions of Bryan College, the Eagles of Reinhardt University, standing by in Kingsport, Tennessee, in our next edition of basketball coverage on the Southeast Sports Network from the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Gary, quick thoughts on this?
I thought Tennessee Wesleyan turned around that second half. They scored 34 points in that second half. That's typically the clip they play at. Take that and move it on to tomorrow. Survive and advance.
Really surprised to see Johnson not be able to keep pace, struggle today. This game was tied 6 times. The lead changed 3 times in that first half, but Tennessee Wesleyan obviously able to get it going in the second half, pull it off, and walk out of here with a win as they pull off the upset, a big upset at that, and they advance to the semifinal of the AAC Championship. For the Royals, for all of the wonderful fans, for the Bulldogs who are advancing, and for our entire crew, including my partner Gary Justice, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from the Southeast Sports Network. All events airing on our networks are broadcast live in our copyright material. Today's game will be archived and available for replay inside of the Apper platform where you viewed it. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network.